Hello and welcome back to a Mario Kart Super Circuit, where last time we played through the Star Cup on 50cc, and I don't think the Special Cup has been unlocked yet. If it has, I'll check real quick just to see. Okay, yeah, randomize whatever you want. Oh, it is unlocked. Okay, I see. I wish the game would actually tell you whenever things were unlocked, because it just... every Mario Kart game that I've played recently, being Super Mario Kart, Nintendo 64, Mario Kart 64, and this one, whenever I unlock something, the game doesn't tell me. It's just like, oh, it's up to you to discover whatever's been unlocked or not. So, now that we know that that has actually been unlocked, let's actually pick the character I want to pick, which is going to be Yoshi. I'm going to be playing as Yoshi in the Special Cup, which I didn't know we unlocked until just now, so there's that, I guess. Anyway, Special Cup consists of Lakeside Park, Broken Pier, Bowser Castle 4, and Rainbow Road. So, let's get this show on the road and see what special fun times await us in Special Cup. It's very weird to see how this game is laid out, because what we're used to seeing the typical structure of Mario Kart games has always been very consistent of Mushroom Cup is first, then Flower Cup, then Star, then Special Cup. But I didn't even know the Lightning Cup was a thing in the non-retro courses, but apparently in this game it is. So we have five cups to choose from. In addition to, I know it's no secret that this game also has all these Super Mario Kart courses available in it. So, by the way, in case there's any doubt, I'm not going to be playing those. I already wasn't going to play them, just because I think you all know my thoughts on Super Mario Kart. Oh, so I'm just screwed then. No, so like I'm just actually screwed. Literally, how did that happen? Okay, I guess I jumped out of bounds. Sure. Don't know how the hell that happened, but I guess it did. Alright, well, we lost this race, that's for damn sure. If I have any hope of coming in first, I got a lot of ground to make up for. That's not... okay, well, this was not how I wanted to start out this video. We don't win this. There's no shot whatsoever of us winning this. I'm gonna have to use lightning. I'm gonna use every trick I have to try to get back in the lead. Even though it's probably not gonna happen. But as I was saying, you all know my thoughts on Super Mario Kart. I don't like it at all. I think it's one of the worst games I've ever played. So I will not... granted, I might have more fun playing them in this game with a better control scheme, but I really just don't want to be associated with anything even remotely Super Mario Kart related moving forward. So there's that. But so the thing is, I already wasn't gonna play them. Okay, I think that was an unintentional shortcut that I just took right there. I already wasn't gonna play them, but now I have even less reason to play them, because if I have any chance of getting caught up with the Mario Kart series before the booster pass comes out next month, which is probably not gonna happen because I have way too much ground to cover in too little time. But if I even have a remote chance of doing it, I need to trim out the fat and only focus on the main stuff. So. Yeah, it's gonna be an ordeal to try to. I mean, for as excited as I am to see for the new courses to be added to Mario Kart 8, I am nervous about my ability to actually get caught up in time to where I can cover those in a timely manner. But we'll have to wait and see. Also, we've caught up to the leaders. Is it gonna be enough for me to win this? Probably not. I think I'll settle for second or third. But I don't. Yeah, we're not gonna win. We're too far behind to win. But you know what? Considering how catastrophically we screwed the pooch at the beginning there, through circumstances beyond my control, it would seem, I will happily accept a second place finish. And it's A-okay. And we almost won. We were very close to Luigi there, so I'm fine with a second place finish. Anyway, I guess I should probably get back to talking about topics people suggest, huh? Because that's kind of the whole point of this series, was talking about topics that people discuss. So yeah, as a gentle reminder, in case there's any topic that you want to hear my thoughts on, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will try my best to get to it as soon as I can. But the one I'm going to be talking about today is someone asked what I think the worst IGN reviews are, and okay, I was unsure for a second if that was going to be a bridge or not. It looked a little wonky to be an actual solid object, not just a mesh, but it's okay. We made it through. Hi, Boo. Hey, I'm guessing you slow me down. Okay, you want to piss off? You want to piss off, please? Would you like to piss off? Boo. Okay, so I jumped right there, and then the boos went away. Does jumping make them go away, or was that just a coincidence? I'm not sure, but we'll find out next time I hit a boo. But my thoughts on the worst IGN reviews. I'm not even gonna bother trying to use a mushroom on this course. So there's a lot to choose from, because for those of you who don't know, I do not hold IGN in very high regard. In fact, I think they're a horrific game journalist website. Well, I mean, really, I just don't hold game journalism. I don't hold game journalists in very high regard. Just anyway, GameSpot, Kotaku, IGN, they're all the same to me. They're all just different shades of crap. So I don't really hold any of them to be in very high regard. But specifically IGN, the most recent one that I saw that made my blood boil was the review of Halo Infinite's campaign. Because in the same article, they said that the story is bad for newbies because they won't understand what's going on. And that the story is bad. I'm pretty sure most of my card was not in the gap there, but okay. Anyway, oh my god almighty. They said the story was bad for new players because they won't know what's going on, and that it's bad for veteran players because I can't remember what happened. I'm not kidding. They cited a reason for why the story is not well written, as the person who wrote the review could not remember what happened in the previous games and therefore didn't understand the story. Now, I'm sure you don't need me to explain this, but I'll do it anyway. If you do not remember what happened in the previous games, that is not the developer's fault. It's not the writer's fault. If something happened in a previous game, then it's completely fair game for them to use that event as a building block for their upcoming game. So, for instance, without going into spoilers, there are things that happen in some of the early Halo games that won't mean much to you. Or sorry, there are things that happen in Halo Infinite that are predicated on you having knowledge of events from Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2. And there's also a lot of hidden lore references for people who references that will mean nothing to anybody who hasn't read the books, and references that won't mean anything to anyone who hasn't played all the games. So, there's that. However, that's not the writer's fault, because it happened in the story of Halo. So, it's not there. At that point, there's nothing more they can do. Like, if it happened in the story of Halo, it's completely fair game for them to use it. But even beyond that, it's wrong anyway, because even if you've never played Halo before, sure, you won't understand the deeper significance of some of the emotional story beats because you won't have been around the characters for as long, so that they won't hit as hard, and you may not understand like, for instance, the story of the weapon replacing Cortana, which isn't a spoiler, you saw it in the trailers. That probably isn't going to mean much to you unless you know the backstory of Master Chief and Cortana and the sort of the thematic relevance of Halo 4's overarching story, but between the two of those characters. But you don't need to have that emotional connection to understand the basic plot. Like the plot is simple enough to where anybody, regardless of their experience with the Halo franchise, can play the game and immediately understand exactly what's happening. So IGN's wrong on both fronts. They criticized it for not being palatable to new players, which is just straight up wrong, because you don't need to understand anything to properly you don't need to have played any previous games or read any of the books to get the story of Infinite. And it's wrong, and they're wrong about the thing of, well, even veteran players don't understand because I don't remember anything, because they're literally faulting their own memory for their inability to follow along with the story, which is not the developer or writer's fault in any capacity. So that's one instance of a review that IGN did that made my blood boil. But then there's instances in the past where they said that they listed Cuphead not being for everyone as a flaw, which is like, congratulations, not every game will be for everyone. But because Cuphead is more challenging than the average game, they're like, well, it's not for everyone, so gotta ding it. Gotta ding it a point, which is just laughable. The ones that are really annoying are the ones where they review HD remasters or remakes, or not remakes, I'm sorry, HD remasters or ports of games, like for instance, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and they give the remake, or sorry, I keep saying remake, they give the remaster / port a lower score than the original game, which makes no sense at all, because it's literally the exact same game, except with more content, more refined visuals, and in some cases better controls. So there's actually no way it can possibly have logically, it cannot receive a lower score if it's the same game with more content that is not intrusive at all to the original content of the base game. But by IGN standards, anything goes. There's also the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, as in the Insane trilogy, which they gave, I think, an 8 and 8.5, which is laughable, because And by the way, this is not to say anything in regards to the quality of the Crash Bandicoot, like the fundamental quality of the Crash Bandicoot games. I'm not speaking to the quality of the actual games. I'm simply speaking to the quality of their ports to the Insane trilogy when I say that it is not. There's a lot of instances of poor hitboxes, poor hit detection, and poor collision detection, and just mechanical screw-ups that make it frustrating to play sometimes. I'm not here, like, I'm sure the original Crash Bandicoot games are very good, but their implementation in the Insane trilogy is not very well optimized in any capacity. There's also the go-to example of the fact that I'm sure you all know this one, they gave the original Ace Attorney trilogy a 7.5 out of 10, I think, or something close to that, because it didn't add any new content, which is just... It's weird when you, well, it's very frustrating when you compare it against the stuff like their new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe review, where they give it less points despite the fact that it's the same game with new content, and then they give the Phoenix Wright trilogy a lower score despite the fact that it's the same game with no new content, and criticize. It's like, how pick a lane and stick to it. Do you want them to add new content, or do you want them to not? Because the only thing that's different about new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe is that there's more content, so it's just so baffling to see unfold. In conclusion, I have no respect for IGN or GameSpot or Kotaku or really any mainstream game journalist. I don't hold their takes on anything in any high regard, and even to any capacity. And I mean, the thing is, Kotaku's probably the worst offender because they spread misinformation about things, with the most noteworthy example being that they fell for the April Fool's prank of Halo Infinite being delayed again. And it's just like how... It's just basic research, basic fact-checking would have allowed you to very quickly come to the conclusion that the game is not, in fact, being delayed again. But, you know, basic fact-checking is too much work for the people that work at those types of companies. So, what you gonna do, I suppose. Also, did we win? No, we did not, because she hit the boost panel. I think this is a loss. Especially if I clip... okay. Well, no, let's just... Can we not rank out, please? Thank you. Jesus. I see we still have the same problems from Super Mario Kart, where if one part of your car clips, not clips, but hits slightly goes off track, your whole car is falling off the course. But hey, we still won in the end, and we still finished first, so it's whatever. But yeah. Oh, also one more thing. I forgot to mention, IGN's Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated review, where they criticize it for not modernizing the game, which is not true at all, because the game didn't, well, it's like, yes, it's the same fundamental gameplay from the original, but it didn't need to be changed because the original game's gameplay holds up remarkably well under scrutiny. So, that's nonsense. The fact that they kept, like, leading up to Infinite's launch, they kept actively trying to paint Infinite in a negative light by saying, like, oh, it's not gonna have Forge at launch, or, oh, or no ray tracing at launch, or da-da-da-da-da, and just trying to crap out as many articles as possible to try to lower the overall public reception of the game, or public perception of the game, I should say. By regurgitating information that is a year old at that point. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that IGN's done. IGN, all the game journalists that I just despise, but those are some of the most noteworthy examples. Also, that's it. We did all 5 of the courses, or all 5 of the cups for Mario Kart Super Circuit. I'm not gonna get my final thoughts because we still have more ground to cover. So, you know, it's a bit too early for, a bit premature for proper conclusions, but so far my thoughts are that it's well, it's definitely better than Super Mario Kart, but that's a very low bar. I think Mario Kart 64 is probably still better overall. But, you know, I mean, I guess, again, it's hard to judge until I play 150cc, because 150cc is when the game's mechanics are really put to their test, and they really put it through the ringer, so, I don't know, it's hard, because I sort of enjoyed Super Mario Kart and 50cc. It wasn't until I got to 150cc that the problems truly started to emerge. So, and kind of the same with Mario Kart 64, with just how slippery that game is. So it would feel a bit premature for me to give a proper definitive assessment on this game as of yet. I think we gotta wait until we reach 150cc. So we'll see how it goes. But I did have overall I had fun with this. So I can't say I didn't have a good time. Overall, with the exception of that one bit in this episode where I flew over the edge for some reason, overall I had a solid time playing this. But of course, we're not done yet. We still have more to cover. Although I will say I'm excited to see. I'm excited. Hopefully, we get the desert one from with the day-night cycle. Hopefully that shows up in the booster pack for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because they're basically just, they're just porting so many courses from the older games, so hopefully that shows up at some point. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on Super Circuit so far, in that it's leagues better than Super Mario Kart, not as good as Mario Kart 64. Overall fun time, but it's definitely still one that shows its age, but it shows its age less so than Super Mario Kart does. Even though it does have the occasional hiccup every now and again, it's nowhere near as frustrating as that first game. And I also, I guess it's still weird to me that it has 5 cups instead of the standard 4, and that they flip around the order of the Star Cup and the Special Cup by stitching the Lightning Cup in between the Star and the Flower. That caught me off guard. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. Music? I mean, Mario Kart music is always exceptional, but this game's main menu theme, especially if you listen to it uncompressed, sounds incredible. And the course select screen music also sounds really good as well. Like, I haven't really thought to point out the music for the previous Mario Kart games, but this is the first one where I really am just like, wow, that's awesome. That's really good stuff. Oh, they're giving credit to the original Super Mario Kart staff, huh? Yeah, well, I guess I kind of have to because the Super Mario Kart levels are in the game, but do we really need, like, we're all aware of how exactly that game went, right? It did not, things didn't end well. And yeah, I get that without it, the rest of the series wouldn't have happened, but that doesn't absolve it from criticism. It's being the first in the series and being the one that paved the way for the other games to shine does not absolve us from us criticizing it to no end. Game developed by Intelligent Systems. Donkey Kong 3D model provided courtesy of Rare UK. Yeah, speaking of which, the Donkey Kong Country games, those things I gotta play at some point in the future. I believe there's 5 of them. There's the original trilogy. There's the Wii game. There's Returns. And then there's the was it originally? I think Tropical Freeze was originally a Wii U game that was ported to Switch, or was it a Switch game? I don't know. I don't know if that was Wii U that was ported to Switch or if it was born a Switch game. Either way, those are games I want to play in the future. Just don't know when. Alright, is this the final screen? Because we're not changing credits anymore. Can I skip this, or is there going to be something else? Because the credits have stopped moving. I'm going to assume that's it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave the video here. And then next time we'll pick up with 100cc, and we'll just carry on from there. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all on Monday for some more Mario Kart Super Circuit. Goodbye. So here's the thing. I originally intended to bring the series back on Monday, but the more I think about it, the more I don't want to have 2 Mario Kart projects going on at the same time. And if I keep going down the route that I'm going down, there is no avoiding the fact that I will not be able to finish these games before the booster pack comes out, and I'd rather not cover Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's booster pack at the same time as I'll be covering the older Mario Kart games. So, in the interest of making progress, and actually making sure that I can get through all the original Mario Kart games before the booster pack's content starts to come out, I will be prematurely concluding this game, mainly for 2 reasons. One, I don't see it getting much better, by which I mean usually things only get worse from here. I'd rather not put myself through the pain and suffering of going through 100 and 150cc for this game, because I already had an issue or 2 on 50cc, which is not a good omen of things to come. But more importantly, if I stop the series now and move on to Double Dash next Monday, and I stay consistent with just going through 150cc, not worrying about any of the other CCs, then I can get through all the original Mario Kart games that I have not yet covered before the booster pack comes out. So, with that in mind, I am sorry if you're disappointed by this. I understand if you wanted to see me cover 100cc and 150cc, but I think it's in the best interest of the series moving forward if I keep making progress with the series. Plus, I think it might be better moving forward anyway if I only do all the courses once, just so that there's no sense of repetition and that we don't get worn out on the same courses over and over again. So, that's the gameplay moving forward. Again, sorry if you wanted to see this game through the completion with all the CCs, but this is the choice I've made, so that's going to happen. So thanks for watching this series, and hope to see you on Monday for the start of Mario Kart Double Dash. Goodbye.